waiting for the invite and be the one who sends it. If you're looking at TikTok and you're seeing all of these great, fun themed book clubs and dinner parties, and you're looking for that in your life, it's your sign to make it happen. Like maybe it's you that should be making that happen for your friend group. My book club is one of my favorite things. It's a way that my friends and I can connect and also just enjoy books and literature and getting together and having themed parties. We kind of combine it all and make it into book club. And it's something that we just look forward to all of the time. And they've gotten kind of extravagant and a little bit famous. And we just have so much fun with them. And I get the question all the time, like, how did you start the book club? How do I get into a book club? And I'm going to try to address that here and how to start your own book club. Anyone can start a book club. It's pretty easy and self-explanatory, but this is more on how to keep a book club well nourished and running for a long period of time so you can really make those core friendships with people that are maybe new to the book club and keep it going in something that's a reliable activity that your friends can look forward to and that you can look forward to in planning, something that can keep going year after year. Step is really finding that key person, that Virgo energy, someone that's going to be the planner, that's going to take the lead. So you really need that in a book club. It should be one person. Don't try to split it. One person. Person's job is to keep the train moving and make sure that things are scheduled and that the new book is chosen after the last book club meeting and that there's a routine, there's a schedule. So if you're starting a book club, be ready to be the committed organizer or finding the perfect person to be one. The next step is gathering your people thoughtfully. Engage your friends, family, acquaintances, colleagues, even do a post on your social media to see like who's interested in this. This is something I want to start. Who out there is interested in joining? My biggest advice for a book club is to not just go with people that you know. So if you have a couple friends that are in, ask them to reach out to their circles and see if you can get some new kind of blood in there, because it's a great opportunity for you to build your friendships as well and build something a bit new and special. A sweet spot for book club is usually between 6 to 10 people. The next step is my favorite. Get organized. There's that Virgo energy again. Once you have your group, I highly suggest getting some sort of app or some sort of tool that's going to keep you organized and all together. My book club, I use the book club app, simple as that. But it allows you to invite members like officially. It allows you to do polls, choose books, have recommendations. It's really a nice free tool to use. I don't add the upgrades, but we have a great time just using that, and it helps keep us organized and on track, and even has the meeting dates and the times and all the information. And anytime you update, it goes straight to everyone's email. Step 4 is determine a realistic schedule. So, some book clubs happen once a month. For us, it's really once every 2 months or even 3 months. It depends on what's going on. So, for example, around Christmas time, it might be every 4 months because life is just too busy. And then over the summer, it's really hard to get together as well. So, we might stretch it to 3 months there as well. But just choose something so that the expectations are there in terms of what you're actually looking at. I suggest every 2 to 3 months for busy young moms. You have to remember with book club that the goal is never perfection. It's just something to look forward to for you and your friends. That isn't necessary, although it is for mine. I think you need a theme. I think you need a theme for every book choice, or else it's just too broad for the recommendations to come in from members. So every time we're choosing a new book, we sit down at the meeting where we discuss the last book and we say, okay, what do we want our theme to be for this next book? And we'll talk about, Canadian authors or woman authors or a horror or a mystery or a romance novel or something, really specific, like a wedding themed book if someone's getting married. So I really find the theme just helps to narrow down people's suggestions so that we can do a poll, and just helps also align everything that comes after that, even the meeting, what we're doing to talk about the book, decorations, decor, food, outfits, everything for the meeting. As the meeting organizer, the next step is to gather suggestions. So I give everyone a timeline and I say, by this date, Please give me one suggestion from you. And then I add them to a poll. I always do a bit of a background research on them because not everyone does. So if they're above a 3.8 on Goodreads, I'll add them to the poll. If they're below that, I won't, because it has to be something enjoyable, again, that we're gonna like. I can do a whole other video on the poll and how I think those should work if there's interest there. The next step is to choose a host. So for my book club, the hosts rotate so that it's never all on me or on one specific person to run the book club meetings, because they are extravagant and that's where they've gone to, and we all look forward to that. So just rotating the host for them to figure something out. So the host can choose to host something at their house and go all out, or they can choose to do something super simple and order pizza and have a book club discussion, or we can go out to a restaurant if they don't want to host in their home, or we can go do an activity. It's just on them to plan it. And then the cost is always, per person, like they pay their own way. So if the hosts want to add to that or add to the experience at their own expense, it's totally up to them, but it's definitely not necessary. So we just we go from, like, we have several like really high level extravagant parties, and then we have some that are low key, and that's a really nice balance that we like to have throughout the year in the group. Once you pick the date for your book club meeting, it's set in stone. Don't move it. If people get sick or have something or that came up, don't move it. You have to have consistency, and whoever can come can come. Just don't be moving your dates around, or you will never get to the book club meeting. It'll never happen. And then members fall off and it all kind of crumbles away. And then once you're at your book club discussion, like whoever's hosting, it's their responsibility to come up with the questions. You can always find some good ones online, but it's always really nice for the host to kind of think of questions and write them down, or a special quotes they want to talk about while they're reading the book. And that's really their responsibility to lead the discussion and make sure we stay on track, and then do a rating afterwards so that we understand, like, as a whole, on average, where did this book fall, and was it a top book of the year for our group? And at a high level, that's really it. And that's how to create a book club and keep it running and be something consistent and that everyone looks forward to. How much energy you put into it is up to you, but it really can become something really special if it has some love behind it that keeps watering it.